A name for the show?
The Bill and Barry Show.
You want to go Bill and Barry Show?
Why not?
Don't look at the camera.
Episode
The B&B.
Episode 1, Bill and Barry
Episode
Show.
1, the B&B.
There we go, here we go.
All
Okay,
right.
so we're going to start off our structure. Basically, we're going to do a little music in the beginning, right? Just like that.
All right.
We have a couple different. Do you have another tone like that we got
Need
going?
a
This is
hip
our
one.
producer over here. This is my little brother Ray out there.
We can add something.
We can add something. Okay, all right.
All right, we got to hook that up.
So today we're going to go over. What are we going over today?
We're going to go over the Sunday scores.
Sunday scores.
Sunday.
Gotta love Sundays.
All right.
Sundays is what it's all about.
First game of the week here.
First
Chiefs
game
and the
of the week.
Falcons. Well, you know, what can you say about that? They played the Chiefs.
Did they play 4 quarterbacks finally, or did they just stick with the 3 quarterbacks?
You know, that game, I just wasn't interested.
Because I know last week against the Raiders, didn't they play like 3 different quarterbacks?
3 or 4.
Herm,
I mean,
Herm, you got to get that together, okay? Really,
Yeah.
just gamble on the one, all right?
just one.
Just gamble on the one.
Because they're too confused.
And that was, what, a 38-14? What was the spread? The
38-14.
Falcons, they were a 4.5.
4.5.
favorite. You know?
Yeah. Should have had that one on your parlay ticket.
Anyways, did you see what happened and how the Raiders fell down? Huh, the fourth quarter?
That's typical Raiderism there for you.
They did cover on the spread, which was good, 24-23. The Bills did take that. Vince Young, did he come out and play, or did he see how good Kerry Collins was looking?
You know, I didn't pay attention to that game.
Did you not see that game?
I didn't. You know,
Honestly,
it's-
Jeff Fisher really didn't call me with the information. I'm really talking kind of Vince Youngish.
No,
I don't really know either.
Al wouldn't give me nothing on it. You know what I mean?
What'd you think of the Giants?
The Giants, I thought they just squeaked by. I don't know what's up with the Giants.
26-23 in overtime.
23 in overtime against the Bengals, the Bungles.
The Bungles.
They haven't done nothing this year.
Are-
They came in 0-2.
Do you know, are they calling him Ocho Cinco yet?
No Ocho Cinco yet.
No.
Not as of yet. I clearly heard them say Chad Johnson. So
How many
no
yards?
Mr. Ocho.
How many
No,
yards?
Ocho Cinco.
The Redskins and the Cardinals.
How many
How many yards did Kurt Warner throw for this week in a losing effort? Was it over 400?
You know, I think he did pretty well for losing, but him and them receivers are on. I mean, when they're on, but they're just not on good enough.
So we got the Skins covering at home, 24-17. And then, it must be the surprise of the week, I would say. The
Upset.
surprise of the week. What's he saying?
I don't know what it says.
He's written
He's
something.
got
Go
a
ahead.
paper here.
He does have a paper.
What's it say?
7 minutes.
7
We got
minutes
7
left. We got
minutes
7 minutes left. All right, so we got to go faster.
But you know,
Now at 6.5.
I sure don't want to miss.
You know what I'm going to do
Bill
next week?
Parcells.
I'm going to pay attention to the games because I
well,
don't know anything about the games here.
Weren't we in Tahoe?
Yeah. Tahoe's beautiful this time of year.
We didn't kind of take this week off, didn't we?
We did. So, you know,
So we'll run through the scores for you anyways. The
Yeah.
Bucs did overtake the Bears
in
27-24.
overtime, you know, and
In overtime.
I kind of was pushing towards the Bucks on that, and
Well,
my-
you called it right because the Bears let that up in overtime, and they
They
should have
did,
had
they
that
did.
victory. Steve Smith came back for the Panthers in a loss to the Vikings, 20-10.
yeah, you know, that was a big one for me. I really thought that the Panthers were going to pull that one through and come victorious, but
2-1 they went.
over the Vikings, I couldn't believe that. The Vikings, they might be someone to deal with.
Seahawks 37-13 over the Lambs.
Well, you know, as far as I'm concerned, that's a loss because it should be like 74-13 when you're playing the Rams.
Watch out for this next one right
Rams.
here. Mike Martz and the 49ers, you guys. Watch out
That
for them.
49.
31-13 over the Lions.
They got lucky. They had a good
You know
day.
what? I see them. They're covering at home.
Yeah, you know, they're looking strong in their conference. I mean, me,
Frank
I'm not a
Gore-
Niner
Frank Gore had
fan,
130 yards.
but yeah, they're a force to
130.
be reckoned with, I think. But look at the NFC right
Speaking
now.
of luck, let's go to this next one.
What's that one?
34-32 Broncos.
3-0 is all I gotta
See,
say.
I'm not a Bronco
3-0. We got Ed on our side. Who could go wrong?
You're gonna have
Right.
to, Barry. I gotta ask you. What was it? Was it last year or was it the year before when the Niners knocked the Broncos out?
Yeah, well, we don't want to talk about that. I believe that was 2 years ago.
Anyways, for the Battle of Pennsylvania, you got the Eagles
That's
over
nice.
15-6. And here could be something that they couldn't go 0-3 and they knew it.
Yeah.
They could not go 0-3.
No
Jack
way.
Del Rio
No
out of
way.
Hayward was going to scout those boys.
Oh, yeah.
And
0-3.
they come up and they take, on the road, they beat Indianapolis.
Yeah, but, I think the Colts are, I don't know, I just see them going down this year. I don't see them being a top contender as they were in years before. To me, they look like they're slower, and they're just not on top of their game.
Getting a
little older, yeah.
I guess it's time for Eli, and Peyton's got to go bye-bye.
I think so. Mr. Peyton,
28-10, the Ravens over the Browns. What happened to Derek Anderson? Poor guy from Oregon. And the Browns really
Romeo's
looking like Juliet.
Yeah, it's a shame when you got that kind of talent and you really can't utilize it. I mean, they got the talent to utilize it, and they can't put it together.
Right.
So
It's too bad we don't have too much time for this next one. The Cowboys over the Packers, 27-16.
27-16.
We don't really care about the Cowboys here.
You got to put it where it's at, though. Who's gonna beat them? Who's looking to beat them?
T.O. is he's given his words. Barber
Pounded the ball.
48 yards?
Yeah, pounded the ball hard.
That is one of the stats I did recognize.
You got that's one of the teams besides Denver to deal with. 16-0
Well, we
this
won't
year.
talk too much about the Broncos. So tonight, unfortunately, any predictions for tonight?
I think the Chargers are just going to put a whooping on Brett.
Yeah, I can see him throwing a couple interceptions.
Yeah.
Myself. Yeah. I think it's time for him to show his age.
I see
And
the
I think
Chargers
the
scoring
Chargers-
at least 38, 41 points.
And as pissed off as they were, they whooped on Denver last year.
Oh, hey,
And
I got to say
they
they
take it
did
away.
beat the Broncos, but
It's unacceptable to have. Let's
I don't know,
let's hear it from sir.
we got Ed.
Unacceptable. They got Ed. Yeah.
Ed's my buddy.
So my prediction,
Ed, you are welcome in Denver. That's all we got to say.
I'm thinking 38-14 Chargers. How about you?
That's sticking in my head.
I'm
That's a
going
good
2 interceptions
possibility.
for Favre.
2 interceptions. I'm thinking 3 or 4 maybe.
You're thinking 3 or 4?
Trying to come back in the fourth quarter late when they're down on the run.
I think this is the week the Packer fans are happy.
And it
Even
seems,
though they lost to the Cowboys.
yeah.
I think they're going to be happy to see that Favre is, I think that the jet is
Yeah,
not taking off
and
so
it will
far.
be interesting to see
But we
what
wish you luck,
happens
Brett.
with Brett if they do lose tonight and see how the people react. It'll be very interesting.
So this has been brought to you by Capital Cab here in Carson City.
That's right. Don't drink and drive. Call a cab.
And Wondrous Rollers.
885-0300.
Let's not forget about our guest coming up later today, Raimundo Hawkins. That's my brother, UCLA graduate. I love you, Ray.
And our
There you
camera
go.
guy.
And the camera guy, who's Ray, my brother!
How you doing?
And I think that's a wrap. So, with Ray got something to say. Is Ray saying something?
So that's it for the show. And now we gotta go before I bust a little flow with my big bro and the big Barry, looking kinda hairy, looking kinda scruffy, chilling over here in Carson City, trying to holler at the girls and all the big. So that's how we do it. Now it's time for the end. So see you next week. I'm Bill and Barry, my friends. Peace.
Word.
And how do they do it?
We're out of here.